Have you ever been in a place where your brain just switches on? Where ideas are flowing, the right words come to you effortlessly, and everything just seems to click? Well, today, we're going to dive into a concept from Zoran's mythic focus called Mercury lines, and it might just be the explanation for that exact feeling.
I just love how the source material kicks things off with this mystical vibe. It immediately frames Mercury as more than just a planet. He's the winged messenger, and his energy creates these invisible currents all over the globe that seriously impact how we think and connect with each other.
So what are we really talking about with these lines? The best way to think about it is like a cosmic information highway. According to the source, these are real geographical spots on Earth where Mercury's energy is cranked up to the max, basically supercharging your ability to think, to talk, and to connect.
And when you're on one of these lines, the boosts you get are incredibly practical. We're talking about articulation, where you can speak and write with this amazing clarity. Then there's commerce, where your negotiations, your sales pitches, they all just seem to flow. And finally, learning. Your mind basically just becomes a sponge, soaking up new info like you wouldn't believe.
Now, this energy isn't just a general vibe. It gets really specific. It's at its most powerful where it lines up with 4 key points in an astrological chart. This creates what the source calls the 4 mercurial paths, and each one channels Mercury's power in a totally different way.
Okay, let's break down these 4 different flavors. First up is the AC, or ascendant. This is all about your personal presence, how people see you. On this line, you're the witty, talkative, quick on your feet one. Then you've got the IC, the Imam Cooley, which is all about your home and private life. Here, your house literally becomes a hub for learning or writing. Next is the DC, the descendant, which shapes your partnerships. This is where you'll attract really sharp, smart partners or collaborators. And finally, the MC, or midheaven. This is your career and public reputation. It's the absolute best place to be if you're launching something in media or getting your work published.
But of course, there's always a flip side, right? In mythology, Mercury isn't just the messenger. He's also a bit of a trickster. And all that incredible mental speed can have some serious downsides. The source calls this the trickster's shadow, a warning that this high-frequency energy can spin into chaos if you're not careful.
So what happens when this cosmic superhighway gets a traffic jam? Or maybe when the driver gets a little too reckless? Let's take a look.
So here are the 3 big things to watch out for. First, that buzzing mental energy can easily tip into pure nervousness or anxiety. We're talking restlessness, maybe even insomnia. Second, a scattered focus. It's like having way too many tabs open in your brain at once. You feel busy, but you're not actually getting anything done. And third, that quick wit can get you into trouble. It can be really tempting to use it for gossip or even to be a little deceitful.
But don't worry, the source gives us an antidote. It's called Zoran's counterspell, and it's all about grounding that chaotic energy. The secret ingredient? Structure. Things like organized planning, deep research, and just focusing on one thing at a time, that's how you harness the power without falling into the trap.
Okay, so we know the good, we know the bad. Now for the fun part, how do we actually use this stuff strategically? This is where Zoran's flight plan comes in, which is basically a modern guide to tapping into this energy for success.
And the whole flight plan really boils down to 2 core strategies. First, maximizing your mental clarity by picking the right line for the right task. And second, enhancing mobility, and that covers everything from your daily commute to your digital life.
Let's look at mental clarity first. Let's say you need to cram for an exam or finally sit down and write that book. The source says to find your Mercury IC or MC line. It's like your own personal study hub. Or maybe you've got a huge sales pitch or a tough negotiation. Traveling to a Mercury DC or MC line could give your words that extra persuasive power you need to seal the deal.
And then there's mobility. The effects here are just as real. When you're on any Mercury line, even short trips just seem to flow. You hit more green lights, you find parking, it's kind of wild. And remember, mobility in the 21st century isn't just about cars. Mercury rules technology, so these locations are also perfect for launching a tech product or just crushing it at your remote job where clear communication is key.
And I think this final quote from the source just wraps it all up perfectly. It's a fantastic call to action, right? It's a reminder that these lines are really just tools to help us share our vision and find the fastest path to whatever it is we want to learn.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. If you could tap into this cosmic information highway right now, what would you do? What message would you send? What would you finally sit down and learn? What knowledge are you seeking swift passage to?